Hello. Hello, beautiful people. Mic check, mic check. How you doing? Thank you, beautiful. I really appreciate that. Appreciate all the support. One of the ways you can support is hit that like button. Appreciate it. How y'all doing? It's late on the East Coast, in the evening on the West, and it's whatever time it is where you are in the world. Ain't nobody got time to clickbait you this late at night, baby. Mm-mm. No. I didn't look like this 15 minutes ago, okay? I had to take a minute to think if I could pull it together in a swift amount of time because it's literally just posted on the docket. Well, it's good to have you here. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, that's the worst. Nothing. Isn't that nice? You're here. You're on time. We're literally just getting started. This guy. So, hello. Welcome. Thank you for being here. Hit that like button if you will. Appreciate you very much. Yesterday, right? Yesterday, we had a very, very lengthy live. We had 3 lives altogether talking about, 2 of them were about Drake's lawsuit and UMG's response. We had a very lengthy live reading UMG's entire response. Check out the replay if you weren't able to catch it. The chat will tell you that it was very entertaining for them and informative as well. Some folks are still running it back today, just for the giggles. And then ended the day talking about Tony Busby withdrawing from one of his cases in the Southern District of New York because he's not admitted to practice in the Southern District of New York, the cases that he has filed against Diddy and others. And we await to see what he does on the other 20-something cases. But on one case, he has bowed out as counsel. Isn't that special? And today I thought I would be able to get through most of the day without using my vocal cords. Although for some reason I feel like I've been talking all damn day, even though I've been trying to do just the opposite of that. And I was chilling, minding my good goddamn, as we do. We mind our good goddamn. Got a docket alert. Drake v. UMG. I said, well, I know he ain't withdraw the case that fast. And no indication that he's going to. As a matter of fact, we have some steaming hot tea. As I said, the title is not clickbait. This is very real. You know what? Me too. This is real coffee. Okay, heavily creamed, yes, because it's 9:13, but it's real coffee. Mm-hmm. Hey, beautiful. Good to see you. Three biscuits yesterday. Bricks, too. some of us are having strong feelings. And that's okay. We embrace strong feelings, especially about this motherfucker. We should sue. We should sue. So here's what has happened. Previously, on Aubrey Graham being a biscuit head, a few weeks ago, his lawyers sent what I would call, I'm sure lawyers will disagree with me, I don't care, what I would call a soft request. It was in the form of a letter to pause/reschedule an upcoming conference on discovery on April 2nd, I believe. And the judge said, no, why would I give you a stay without you motioning for a stay? And several other things. Since then, we've gotten UMG's delightful, truly delightful, heartwarming, restorative response. And so check that out. And then this evening, UMG has filed a motion for a stay on discovery pending the outcome of their motion to dismiss. I would not go live for that because that's not interesting. What is interesting is the attachment that they include. The attachment that they include. Thank you, beautiful. Again. Child, I'm just so deliriously tired. All support is appreciated. I know I've been quiet about the brain fund because I've been overwhelmed with 1,000 other things. But the brain fund desperately needs your help. So, any support, whether it is a like or direct donation, Venmo, Cash App. If you only use PayPal, there is a, what's it called? GoFundMe that accepts PayPal. And the mods will be around shortly with the links. So the attachment to their motion for a stay is Drake's first round his first set of requests for production to defendant UMG recordings. This is a document prepared by his attorneys that is sent attorney to attorney. So this is not something that was filed on the docket before. This is something that is just, handled attorney to attorney. But UMG saw fit to go ahead and say, we're going to attach this to our motion so the judge can see, because we have several reasons why we would like a stay on discovery. And one of them is that we think that Drake's first set of requests are overbroad. Common term in discovery. Overbroad. It's overbroad. That is a common. Okay. So we're going to take a look-see at part of the actual. Is this a letter? This is also a letter motion, but it is for a stay. I'm just realizing it's in legal letter format and not legal pleading format. So it is still a letter. We're going to look at part of the letter, and then we're going to get to the attachment. But we're going to read the part of the letter that is specific to the attachment. Child. Yes, we are. Hey, beautiful. I saw a comment from you, I think, on the replay of the live reading the I'm a little delirious. But hello, good to see you. Hello to everybody who's watching. Hit that like button if you will. If you're just hanging out and want to support the channel, hit that subscribe button. We are almost to 15,000. I didn't think, after a while, I'm like, I just, whenever. Whenever it happens, it happens. Then all of a sudden, it's like, we're almost there. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you can get all the goodness as it becomes available to you. Let me do the clicking. I have so many tabs open and a lot of them are dockets. This feels like deja vu. So again, just to start us off at the top, we'll do a skim and then we'll skip to the good part, as they say. It's a lawsuit and it's discovery. While unnecessarily overly broad is, something that you can dial back, you would be surprised how far you can go in discovery without hitting overly broad. That's debatable. Since I've read everything, I'll just go ahead and say that's debatable. This feels like a mantra. I cannot be surprised by this. I cannot be surprised by this. I shouldn't be surprised by this. So, yep. Letter to the judge. We represent defendant UMG Recording in the above captioned matter. We write pursuant to the court's March 4, 2025 order and federal rule of civil procedure to seek a stay. That's what I was referring to when I said a couple weeks ago. God damn it, this microphone. Literally, when I started the live, the master setting was accurate. I'm watching it drop as I'm clicking it to stay up. What is that about? It dropped again. Why does it do that? Fuck. Sorry. I'll try and enunciate as much as possible. Nothing, Lewis. We're just getting into it right now. Well, thank you, beautiful. I appreciate you. So, yes, as I was saying a couple weeks ago, that's what they're referring to on the March 4th, where the judge said, no. So, we represent defendant UMG Recordings in the above captioned matter. We write pursuant to the court's March 4 order and federal rules of civil procedure to seek a stay of discovery until the court decides UMG's motion to dismiss. See docket number 23. UMG has conferred with counsel to AUDREY. They called him Audrey. You're not going to believe me. I'm telling you, the professionally written shade that is happening in these legal documents, if you watched the live from the other day. I'm having way too much fun. Okay? Way too much fun. Some might argue pleasure. Oh my God, this was so worth it. I need to take another sip of coffee. Wake the fuck up, girl. Woo! Hello, beautiful people watching. Hit that like button, please. Welcome in. They didn't. They didn't. They didn't. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Oh, man. It just flipped my energy over in one word. Okay. Okay. I'm glad I did this. I was in the Discord like, I don't know. I didn't read anything. I just, what's the document? Pay, download. Oh God. Hey, Moni. I did not make eye contact with the fact that you were here the other day. Hey, beautiful. Hey, cousin, how you doing? Child, they called him Audrey. Princey said, what the fuck is going on? Oh, God. Oh, this is so good. We are one paragraph in, and I was just going to read this. I was just going to read the opening paragraph and then start to skim. And look at that snack. Boy, get out of here. Knock it off. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Okay. All right. One more time, and then we're going to move on. We represent defendant UMG recording in the above caption matter. We write pursuant to the court's March 4, 2025 order and federal rule of civil procedure to seek a stay of discovery until the court decides UMG's motion to dismiss. UMG has conferred with counsel to Audrey Drake Graham, and he does not consent to the requested stay. Don't start none. Now you're just acting up for attention. There's hundreds of people that know you acting like a fool right now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Shh. Okay, so they want a stay of discovery pending resolution of their motion. I think that was one of the main issues as well, is they were telling the judge in their letter, we're going to put in a motion, so maybe we should change this, a motion to dismiss, so maybe we should change this pending that. And the judge was like, well, where is it? So now they're trying again. So we want you to decide that first, and then they cite a bunch of case law where that has happened, where stays have been ordered, granted, while waiting for a judge to make a decision about a motion to dismiss. Excuse me. One of the things that you've heard me talk about a lot, or maybe you're new, hello, so you'll hear me talk about it now, is judicial efficiency. Courts are over capacity, and they don't have enough judges, and they don't have enough staff. So the thinking is, hey, if we're successful in our motion to dismiss, let's not waste time and resource on anybody, the court, lawyer. Let's not waste time and resource on things that come after that, because they might not happen at all. And pausing them is fine too. There won't be any adverse impact at this stage. So we love footnotes. The parties met and conferred on March 10th on this and other discovery issues for approximately 20 minutes. The parties agreed that they were at an impasse, and therefore UMG's counsel informed Drake's counsel that this motion was forthcoming. Well, fuck you. No, fuck you. No, fuck you. Fuck you. We're going to file it. Go ahead and file it. Fuck you. Yeah, fuck you too. Click. That's how that meeting ended. Oh, God. Okay, so yeah. Bunch of case law there. UMG's motion, and then they kind of lay out their reasons. Our motion to dismiss has substantial grounds for dismissal, meaning we think you're going to grant it. If you want to know about the motion to dismiss, there's a live. You just hit that live tab, scroll on down, you find it. And then here we go. Drake's discovery requests impose undue burden on UMG. A stay is also warranted here because Drake has requested broad discovery going to all of his claims and allegations. These requests impose undue burden on UMG, particularly as discovery is likely to be rendered moot upon resolution of the motion to dismiss. Drake's first set of discovery requests consist of 18 items. Yeah, we're going to look at them. Yeah, we are. Aren't you excited? Isn't this great? I love it. Drake's first set of discovery requests consist of 18 items that would require costly collection and review of large swaths of hard copy and electronic data sets, contracts and agreements, and communications. Drake's requests also seek production of confidential, proprietary, and highly commercially sensitive documents, including all contracts between UMG and Kendrick Lamar, documents showing the executive compensation structure and annual incentive plans for Interscope Chief Executive Officer John Janik for the past 5 years, and Interscope's 2024 executive incentive metrics, targets, projections, and performance used to determine annual incentive compensation for Interscope's executives and officers for the past 5 years. Drake appears poised to pursue further expansive discovery as he has already served 4 third-party subpoenas. A stay should be granted because it will likely avoid the need for costly and time-consuming discovery. Indeed, because the disposition of the dismissal motion may significantly narrow, if not eliminate, the issues remaining in this case, proceeding with discovery while the motion is pending would waste the parties' resources and would constitute an undue burden on defendant. Finally, a short delay in discovery does not pose any risk of prejudice, and any assertion otherwise by Drake is unfounded. A delay in discovery without more does not amount to unfair prejudice. Okay, there is no potential for prejudice here since the matter is in its early stages and is being actively litigated. Furthermore, UMG has agreed to preserve potentially relevant documents and will provide initial disclosures. Accordingly, a stay of discovery is appropriate because it will not cause prejudice or undue delay. Jesus Christ. I just, sorry. Oh, God. Like, we're really doing this, huh? This nigga. Fuck. So, this document was prepared by Drake's lawyers. This is his first set of discovery requests. Hello to everybody who's watching. Welcome. Hit that like button, if you will. As you can see from the title of this video, we are looking at a motion for a stay in discovery filed by UMG tonight in Drake's lawsuit, and they have attached as Exhibit A plaintiff's first set of requests for production to defendant UMG Recordings, Inc. That is Drake's first set of requests of discovery. Pursuant to Rules 26 and 34 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure, plaintiff AUDREY, okay, they got it right that time. That's what lets me know. Oh, that's what lets me know they did that shit on purpose on the first fucking page in the first fucking paragraph, because they know motherfuckers don't read. They know motherfuckers ain't gonna get past the first paragraph of that letter. They said, let's just put it up top, right here, up top, up top. Oh God! If it would have said AUDREY throughout the entire document, I might have could not made it. I might have could not made it through this shit. That would have taken me the fuck out. Pursuant to Rules 26 and 34 of Federal Rules of Civil Procedure, plaintiff Aubrey Drake Graham hereby requests that defendant UMG Recordings produce all documents, electronically stored information, and tangible things in your possession, custody, or control that are responsive to these requests for production of documents. Each individual request shall be read and interpreted in accordance with the definitions and instructions set forth below. So the first thing you see in this document is literally they define the language that they use to describe what they want. They define the language that they use to describe what they want. Unless words or terms have been given a specific definition, go with the dictionary definition. So things like, I'm not going to go through this whole thing, I'm going to skip, but just so you know. Number 4 is a good example. You, your, yours refers to UMG Recordings and includes any persons or entities acting for UMG or on UMG's behalf, including but not limited to all representatives, servants, agents, employees, officers, affiliates, contractors, subsidiaries, parent companies, third parties, as well as any entities over which UMG has control, including but not limited to Interscope Records, Republic Records, and Universal Music Publishing Group. Communication or communications means every contact of any nature, whether documentary, electronic, written, or oral, formal or informal, at any time or place and under any circumstances whatsoever. He wants this for March last year, and then I'll get back to that. So just so you can see and get a sense of when they're asking for something, including but not limited to letters, memoranda, reports, emails, text messages, instant messages, social media, telegrams, invoices, telephone conversations, voicemail messages, audio recordings, face-to-face meetings and conversations, and the notes from those, or any other form of communication, and any document relating to such contact, including but not limited to correspondence, memoranda, notes, or logs of telephone conversations, email, electronic chats, text messages on any platform, instant messages, direct or private messages, correspondence in meetups or chat rooms, and all other correspondence on social media. Document, they do the same thing. Originals, copies, however made, letters, memoranda, notes, notebooks, work pads, messages, agreements, rough drafts, drawings, sketches, pictures, posters, pamphlets, publications, news articles, advertisements, sales, literature, brochures, announcements, bills, receipts, bank checks, credit card statements, non-paper information of all kinds, including but not limited to electronically stored information and computer-generated or electronic data, digital videos, digital photographs, audio recordings, podcasts, internet files, bookmarks, browser history, Word documents, notes taken electronically, online articles and publications, website content, electronic mail, electronic chats, instant messages, text messages, uploads, posts, status updates, likes, shares, direct messages, all social media activity. Okay? All right. They define social media. X, Rumble, Gab, MeWe, Periscope, Facebook, Discord, Reddit. I don't even know what the fuck that is. Snapchat, Instagram. Google Plus is dead, nigga. What's the matter? 4chan, 8chan, Tumblr, YouTube, LinkedIn, Flickr, Reddit, Quora, Disquis, Slack, Whisper, Yik Yak, Medium, WordPress, WeChat, blah, blah, blah. Specific definitions. Oh my fucking God. Super Bowl. I mean, maybe we are going through this. Super Bowl LIX halftime show refers to the Apple Music Super Bowl LIX halftime show on February 9, 25. Recording refers to the vocal performance of the recording by Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, professionally known as Kendrick Lamar, and embodying the musical composition co-written by Kendrick Lamar titled Not Like Us, first published May 4. Image. The plaintiff's home in Toronto, musical works, sound recordings, composition, lyrics, copyright, distribute copies, music video, images, audio, video accompanying the original work, published, licensed, promoted separately from the original work. Jesus fucking Christ. Payola refers to the practice of paying for radio plays or other promotion without disclosure prohibited by the Communications Act. Instructions. Definitely skipping that. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, here we go. Documents to be produced. All contracts and agreements between you and Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, his agents, or anyone working on his behalf, including all contracts and agreements reflecting your right to approve, reject, refuse to publish, edit, amend, alter, or veto the publication of Kendrick Lamar Duckworth's musical works, music videos, or other content. What the fuck? Every aspect of this nigga life and career is living in this man's head, rent fucking free. All contracts and agreements between you and Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, his agents, or anyone working on his behalf, including all contracts and agreements reflecting your right to approve, reject this nigga, refuse to publish, edit, amend, alter, or veto the publication of Kendrick Lamar Duckworth's musical works, music videos, or other content. What I say some time ago, I said, this nigga think that when there's a gap of lyrics in Kendrick's song, he thinks UMG is doing that. My personal theory, Kendrick knows these biscuit heads out here are not responsible. My personal theory is he redacts his own fucking lyrics after he records a song and before it's published, because he knows you biscuit heads are irresponsible with the shit that comes out his mouth already. This is the most ridiculous fucking thing ever. All right. All documents and communications relating to your approval or consent to publish, Not Like Us, the recording, the image, or the video. All communications involving Raymond Alvarez Smickle relating to the recording, image, or video, or the promotion of any musical work by Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. Ain't that the dude that went on the... Is that the dude? Oh, child, I'm too tired to fact check. I don't know who that is. I feel like that might be the gentleman who Smickle feels familiar. It feels like he's the dude who claimed that he got paid to do the streams. Yeah. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible for him to request them. He has. And it's possible for him to get them. And what UMG is signaling is, we are about to fight you on every fucking thing. First order of business, get a stay, because we might be able to avoid this altogether. Hi, darling. So yeah, it's definitely possible. All documents and communications relating to the payment and reimbursements of discretionary marketing funds for the benefit of Kendrick Lamar Duckworth or any person working on his behalf, including but not limited to Anthony Saleh. I still don't know how to pronounce that name. All documents and communications relating to any allegations, concerns, complaints, or reports, whether formal or informal, oral or written, made to you relating to Payola violations regarding any musical works by Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. Jesus Christ, he's such a fucking bitch. Number 6, all documents and communications relating to any actions or contemplated actions you undertook with respect to the copyright restrictions for the recording, image, or video, Not Like Us, including but not limited to any alteration, modification, removal, suspension of the same. Number 7, documents sufficient to show your initial policies, procedures, and guidelines relating to the enforcement of copyright restrictions over the publication, playing, streaming, or sharing of musical work, music videos, or other content on third-party platforms. He's still going after Reactors. For those of you who thought, oh, great, we're not in the UMG document. No, UMG doesn't give a fuck about you because you're irrelevant, and so are your opinions on a work of art. Drake is the one that keeps dragging you motherfuckers back into this shit. Right there. That right there. Document request number 7, that's about y'all. Documents sufficient to show your internal policies, procedures, and guidelines relating to the enforcement of copyright restrictions over the publication, playing it, streaming it, or sharing of musical work, music videos, or other content on third-party platforms. This is a third-party platform. You're on it. He wants to know what the agreement is between UMG. He wants to know what's whitelisted, what's blacklisted, what's the agreement between YouTube in particular. But I'm sure whatever, I mean, you saw the platforms, third-party platforms. Number 8. Oh my God, he's such a bitch. I know I keep saying that. I feel like I've heard myself say it at least 3 times. So, you know, my apologies, but I don't know what it is that you want me to say. All documents and communications relating to the February 2nd, 2025 Grammy Awards relating to the recording, image, or video, including but not limited to all documents and communications with the National Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences or any representative or agent thereof. All documents and communications regarding the promotion and advertising of the recording, image, or video for the purposes of obtaining a nomination for a Grammy Award, obtaining a win for a Grammy Award, or for promoting the February 2, 2025 Grammy Awards, and all documents and communications regarding the content of the archival footage available from February 2, 2025 Grammy Awards, including but not limited to, as referenced in Hot New Hip Hop, Grammys deletes clip, crowd singing Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us. What the fuck is the matter with you, Drake? I mean, it's a rhetorical question. I already know the answer. That's a good one. That's a very good one right there. Oh, Jesus. Okay, we're almost halfway through. Document request 9, all documents and communications relating to the selection and licensing of the recording to be performed at the Super Bowl halftime show, including but not limited to all documents and communications relating to any and all decisions proposed, contemplated, or made with respect to whether to omit or censor any lyrics or other content related to the recording during the Super Bowl LIX halftime show. Hey, beautiful. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much. Shout out to everybody who's watching. Hit that like button if you will. We got a good group of folk in here. Mods, where we at on them likes? Put some sirens or some reds in there with your mod announcements if you would. Helps them stick out a little bit better. Red sirens, red exclamation points, red. Okay. Aubrey would like to know, what were the communications and documents relating to the selection and licensing and recording of the recording to be performed at the Super Bowl, related to any and all decisions proposed, contemplated, or made with respect to whether to omit or censor any lyrics or other content related to the recording during the Super Bowl halftime show. Number 10, documents and communications sufficient to show the number of streams, views, downloads, purchases, and radio plays of the recording and or video on all platforms, including social media platforms. Number 11, documents sufficient to show the executive compensation structure and annual incentive plan for Interscope Chief Executive Officer John Janik for the past 5 years. Number 12, documents sufficient to show Interscope's 24 executive incentives, metrics, targets, projections, and performance used to determine annual incentive compensation for Interscope's executives and officers, including CEO John Janik for the past 5 years. Number 13, documents and communications sufficient to show the dates on which you sent litigation hold notices and the receipts of those notices relating to any of the allegations in the complaint or anticipated or actual litigation of plaintiff. If you're wondering what that means, it means that they want to know when UMG instigated document retention. Document in the most broad sense you could possibly imagine. In the way that matches what the fuck they put at the beginning of this, defining what it is that they're looking for. When you are in litigation or may be in litigation, I hire a lawyer. I'm going to sue you for something. My lawyer is going to reach out to your lawyer in a letter and say, hey, I represent ABSA. We're looking at potentially action because of ABCD. Pursuant to whatever those rules are based on jurisdiction, we request that you retain, and then it's kind of like this, a very broad catch-all, right? Retain all of these things. You are responsible for retaining these things, not destroying them. In the event that we wind up suing your ass, and we are going to be requesting these things in discovery. So what they want to know is, when did UMG trigger that process of retaining things? Oh, Jesus Christ. This is hilarious. All documents and communications related to the May 7, 2024 armed attack and the May 8 and 9, 2024 trespassing attempts at Drake's Toronto residence. I can wait. We can get that up to at least 700 like that. You're watching. Push the button. Push the button, Gentile. Push the button. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Gentile. Push the fucking button. Oh, God. And then there's this. You know? Baby, it's after dark. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? I'm in my velour. I'm not in a turtleneck. Oh, God. I'm going to enjoy watching this back and seeing all the shit y'all are talking. It's going to be really satisfying. So thank you so much. Keep it up. Hit the like. The mods are going to give an update in a second. Let me know what it's looking like. We're sitting. I'm the teacher at the front of the class right now. I'll wait. I'll wait. Go ahead. Chris with a K with a good challenge. Baby, that was done. That was done an hour after that song came out. Okay? That was it. It was over. It's the whole reason I'm sitting here with you now. Because I said Drake doesn't realize it, but he is in the afterlife. This is afterlife Drake. That's what I said. July 4, 2024. Drake's 99 New Problems. Drake wants Kendrick's everything, in short. All documents and communications related to the May 7, 2024 armed attack and the May 8 and 9, 2024 trespassing attempts at Drake's Toronto residence. What the fuck? Gen X Gemini, you stop that. Thank you, beautiful. I appreciate it. You do enough. You just keep passing them links around. I appreciate you. How beautiful. Hit that damn like button. All documents and communications relating to the promotion of the recording on Spotify and Apple Music. You know, I said, I don't know, yesterday, I guess, that I've always felt like in Drake's mind, there's some deadline that we don't know how this deadline got set. But when Dake, Jesus Christ, I can't call him Drake seriously. When Aubrey withdrew, I just heard the mother in my voice when I said that. Aubrey. When Aubrey withdrew his petition in New York for Payola, and then the very next day filed the lawsuit folding Payola in. Let's all remember that the petition made it very, very clear Drake doesn't have evidence. The transport, hello, darling. He doesn't have evidence. That's why he filed the petition, to fish for evidence. Maybe Drake thought that he was going to be able to influence the Super Bowl. Maybe he really, really did. And maybe he pushed it. He filed the lawsuit without getting the evidence. The shit that was in his petitions in Texas and in New York is now in this lawsuit. Evidence? None. So the fact I'm bringing that up because I'm seeing again Spotify and Apple Music. That's reminding me of the petitions. All documents and communications regarding objections to or concerns regarding the content of the recording, image, and video. Number 17, documents sufficient to show the total money spent by UMG directly or indirectly on the production of the recording and video. This nigga is trying so hard to not sue Kendrick Lamar and or PG Lang. Document number 18, documents sufficient to show the total money the total monthly money spent by UMG, directly or indirectly, on the promotion, each of the recording and the video. That's it. Those are the first 18 things that Drake wants. He wants Kendrick's contract. Not just Kendrick's. Anybody else associated with Kendrick. Contracts, agreements. And let us never forget, they called him AUDREY. Why? Because he's acting like a straight bitch. And they needed everybody to know. Bitching him. Bitching him. Let me see if there's anything else. Stay. Just checking. These dockets and lives all blend in. So I'm like, I didn't miss anything in the last 24 hours, did I? No. Yesterday was motion to dismiss. That's motion to dismiss. Motion to stay discovery. Okay, yep. We're all caught up. Drake's first set of requests for production. Here's the thing. First of all, I do believe that Kendrick politely offered in Euphoria. It's Euphoria, right? Show me your splits. What you got? I'll show you mine. You show me yours. You ain't got to sue, Craig. He said, come on over to the pad. We'll get some burpees going. Nice herbal tea. This little organic salad. We're pescatarian up in here today, so we'll do the fish. We'll sit down by the water and just, you pull out your paper, I'll pull out mine. UMG. Right there. AUDREY. I said this yesterday. I said, you know what? I don't think they like him very much. I'm gonna repeat what I said yesterday. I don't think they like him very much. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I don't think so at all. Does this make you feel uneasy? Does this shatter or shake your confidence? Are you nervous? No. No. This ain't it. This ain't it. Whatever he's talking about, this ain't it. Hell, AJ, I feel like I ghost wrote the damn motion to dismiss. Several times I was like, I know I've said that out loud. This doesn't make people uneasy. This just makes people go, this nigga is the most pathetic thing coming and going. Just when you think he can't get more fucking pathetic, he said the number one thing on my list that I want is anything and everything to do with Kendrick Lamar's money. Pocket watch, you must be the police. And what I say, Drake a fed. Drake a wanna be fed. This is, you want to talk about a code violation? Hey, Steve-O. You want to talk about a fucking code violation? I'm stunned at how bad it keeps getting. I'm really just like, what? What? My stomach is making noises, so I need some hummus. I need a bite of hummus. Oh, God. I was fine, but I just literally used up all the protein in my body reading that little bit of document. I don't consider that to be an embarrassment, baby. I consider that to be mercy. 'Cause this is not going well. That shit getting dismissed, that would be a mercy. Man is humiliating himself. Mm-hmm. 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 Literally, I was thinking about this earlier today. This is crazy. Hi, 1988 Jeffy. Good to see you, beautiful. Damn. Yeah, when this live is over, I'm gonna crush it. I'm gonna crush it. All right. Well, you know what time it is. Let's clown this motherfucker. He really has convinced himself that this is what it is. Very jealous. That's a bar, AJ Sargent. That's a bar. Bro's not watching the pockets. He's pulling up real close on you and patting you down. That's devastating. That's devastating. It's really pathetic. So what? He's overreaching in everything. He's overreaching in everything. I don't even know. This nigga been overreaching for a while, but solid overreach for a fucking year. Delulu. Delulu. This nigga Delulu, he really does believe the narrative that he has created in his mind on everything. Because discovery is consistent with. It is consistent with everything that has been in his documents so far. That's hilarious. I couldn't agree with you more. I couldn't agree with you more. You know what I want to see? I want to see this shit like this right here. This shit right here. If I'm UMG's lawyers, let's talk about your slush fund, Drake, and what you pay for. That's going in my request for discovery. Any money that you or a third party, and money, my definition of money, item number 1, watches. I'm going to define a watch. Item number 2, jewelry. I'm going to define jewelry. Item number 3, clothing. I'm going to define clothing. Item number 4, companionship. I'm going to define companionship. Oh, you want to play? You want to play patty cake, motherfucker? Okay. Okay. Let's play patty cake. I want all your communications with Bottom 5's lawyer. I want receipts of all payments to Bottom 5's lawyer. I want all of your communications. I want all of your communications with Baca. I want all of your communications on the nights in question. You want to play patty cake? Okay. They could countersue him for something. But right now, they seem to be quite satisfied professionally whooping his ass, and embarrassing the shit out of him in these documents. That response / motion to dismiss is fucking brutal. It is. I mean, it is stunningly, oh my God. The thing that I just realized this today, this like popped into my head like, oh my God. I can't believe I didn't pick up on this at the time. I'm really sad about that because there were so many people watching. But and I would have loved to be able to say this at the time. Their consistent use of the word slur. UMG's consistent use of the word slur to define everything that Drake said to or about Kendrick. That is the brick on the other side of the scale of that anti-Semitic bullshit. They said Drake used slurs. It just makes it all the more satisfying. Honest to God. It's just another little like, oh my God, that's genius writing. That's genius writing. That is so slick, but on the up and up. And they use it like 5 times throughout at least 5 times. Slur or slurs. Brutal. That is fucking brutal. I think it was so-called, but yeah. So-called unbothered rap, whatever. He so often claims to be. They said, we thought you were the unbothered king. What's the matter? You look bothered as fuck. What? There's 935 of you and only 666 likes. Well, if you hit that like button, you might come close to the record of the most likes on a live on this channel. But do your thing. Do your thing. Appreciate you. Appreciate you either way. Appreciate you being here. But appreciate you more if you hit that like button. That's why the long black goodbye commenced without titties. Sad. I'm sad for you. And those of you who are watching who are like, oh shit, wait, there's titties? Well, baby, how you gonna know you didn't hit that like button? That's your problem. The folks here be knowing. They did what they were supposed to do. Hey, beautiful. Good to see you. If you don't like the video, Drake's gonna sue you. He wants your kindergarten report card. Okay. That note that you kept from that one, that one back in junior high. That thing. Yeah, that thing you like. Yeah, you kept that little note that they slipped in your locker. He wants that shit on the court record. Mm-hmm. Your 9th grade freshman photo when you had the braces, acne, and a bowl cut. He's going to sue your ass. Put that on the public record. Hit that like button. Save yourself. You used to be a bedwetter. He's going to have your mom testify in court. Is she dead? It doesn't matter. Go dig her ass up. This motherfucker has no scruples. I might be a little tired. Okay, I might be a little tired. Tooth fairy payment. This is money laundering. What are you talking about? That's a RICO. In the middle of the night, too? Uh-huh. Criminal. Oh, God. This nigga. Yeah, so... I really wish that I could, good night, native son, dispute that Drake would do such a thing, but nah, Drake definitely calling ICE on Santa. And the reindeer. Animal cruelty. Hit that like button. This shit is dumb, and no, we can't. And leave her the whole fuck alone. Good God Almighty. And that's not directed at you. That's directed at anybody who thinks she has anything to do with this right now. Let it go and leave her alone. Stop dragging women into shit. For fuck's sake. They already cooked his ass over that. They put friendship in quotation marks. And if you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, you need to go back to the live from yesterday because we collectively lost it. Right, chat? Tell me you lost it with me. Tell me I was not the only one because I watched that live back and watched myself in front of people have a whole ass meltdown. They said friendship. Oh my God. Woo! That's right. They sure did. That's what I'm saying. They don't like this motherfucker. They called him AUDREY. Page 1, paragraph 1. Everywhere else in the document, Aubrey. But just one at the very tip. Okay, motherfuckers might not read this whole thing, but yeah, they're gonna start right here. They're gonna start right here. AUDREY. Oh God. Me too. Hello, beautiful. Oh. That shit was wild. Yep. When I was teaching, it was students. Otherwise, it was my children. They're grown now. So now it's my nieces and my nephews. That's about it. It's my nieces and my nephews and whatever little group of nigglets I see trying to shoplift from the grocery store when I pay for their shit so they don't go to jail because they're hungry. Otherwise, nah, I don't talk to you. I don't talk to you if you a youngin'. Especially you ma types. No, I'm almost 50. Don't do that. Fondle? That's another one where I was like, I was watching the playback and I was like, girl, pull yourself together. But I could feel my own horror. They said fondling. They said fondling. And I went back and checked to see, were they quoting one of the newspaper articles? And they were not. They said fondling. They said fondling in their own words. They said fondling. This nigga fondling a 17-year-old on stage. But as soon as they said shit predates Not Like Us, I was like, oh, this is orgasmic. Drake's issues are widely known and predate Not Like Us. I was like, I'm done. It was good for me. How was it for y'all? Worked on that surfboard for almost a fucking year to get somebody to say that shit. Yes. Oh, so messy. They said predate. Predates, and then what was the other one that they said? Something Drake's well-known issues. Boy, they said you got issues. They said you're weird. You got issues. I mean, so as was stated here at the beginning of this document, thank you, beautiful. I appreciate your support. UMG has conferred with counsel to Audrey Drake Graham, and he does not consent to the requested stay. So, what's coming next is Drake's lawyers are going to file something on the docket in opposition to this request for a stay. I would say probably pretty quickly. As quickly as they can get it done, they're going to file that shit. Probably this week for sure. It probably won't be very interesting unless... Here's what I'm thinking in my head. I'm thinking... pursuant to the calendar that was dictated to them, UMG has probably also prepared and served their first set of discovery requests. Maybe? We'll find out. Or maybe they haven't. I don't really know. But at any rate, UMG has filed this motion. Drake's lawyers are going to respond to it. UMG gets to respond to the response. You remember how this goes? Judge will make a decision from there. Lives are determined by how juicy the content is. As I said, if this had just been kind of a run-of-the-mill, repetitive from last time, hey, we'd like to not do this discovery right now, we wouldn't be sitting here. But this motherfucker said, I want to know what kind of hair products Kendrick Lamar used at the Super Bowl. Who paid for them? Do you have the receipt for them? What underwear does he wear? Was that a part of costuming budget, or did he just wear his draws from home? Toothpaste, I'd like to know what kind of toothpaste Kendrick Lamar uses, and is it the same kind of toothpaste that the president of Interscope Records uses? How much do they pay for their toothpaste? I'd like their credit card receipts. Brutal. It's definitely we're definitely delirious. The company is called Keep Them Away, I think. They're not hard to find. And I think it's a Black-owned... It's not hard to find. Let me put it that way. Dental records, DNA buccal swab. Might as well at this point in time. I don't know what the fuck this nigga is thinking. I mean, I do. I literally started the live this way. Literally, we've come full circle. The fuck is this nigga? I know exactly what he's doing. I know why he's doing it. People do what works for them. He's happy. He's at peace. He smiles from within. Look at that. Look at that doing the damn thing. We're almost there. He has become fixated. Fixated. I mean, there's nothing clearer than Jesus Christ, these definitions are killing me. I want all these niggas' contracts or all this niggas' contracts, all communications. Any dime or penny you have paid for the benefit of Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. It's gross. All documents and communications relating to the payment and reimbursements of discretionary marketing funds for the benefit of Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. It's just really gross. That's what I said. I'm having a deja vu moment. You're reminding me. I said that. I said that. I said this nigga refused to leave. AUDREY refused to leave her husband, UMG, because AUDREY don't have shit, including another suitor who wants to deal with AUDREY, all her fucking temper tantrums and expensive ass habits. So AUDREY has decided, I want a divorce, and I'm going to cut your legs off in the process. Also, your homie that you like so much, I'm obsessed. I'm going to try and burn every fucking thing down. It's a divorce. It's a divorce. Oh, no. Mm-mm. No. No, of course not. But it's true. This shit is irrational, and I'm inclined to agree at this stage. Overly fucking broad. You haven't offered any basis of fact for your accusations in your lawsuit, and you know it. You know your lawsuit is faulty. It's factually wrong. You know it. We know you know it. We read an email from your lawyer yesterday. saying they know it and your bitch ass knows it, but you're refusing to revise your lawsuit? And now you want discovery, but your lawsuit's faulty. Nigga, pull yourself together. Good morning, beautiful. Princey not happy. Princey is sitting right over there. Big back to me. Mad. If he knew y'all were in here, he'd be mad at you too. But he thinks I'm just sitting here talking to myself. Tell the truth. My mind is blown. My mind is really blown that this is the first thing that he's going for. Like, he didn't have to, he could have not made this be the first thing that he asks for. That's not hard. And for him to suggest that Kendrick's Grammy wins were bought, he is a bitter, bitter, bitter bitch. Bitter. You're missing a zero, Goshen, but it's late. I'll allow it. That is just, I mean, it's just unbelievable. Hey, beautiful. Y'all, do me a favor if you would, before we get ready to wrap up here. First of all, thank you to everybody who's watched and hit the like button. That is very helpful. It's helpful to the channel. It's helpful to keeping the channel up there in terms of visibility on YouTube itself and it being recommended to more people. But I would be oh so grateful if you would click that share button and post this shit somewhere. Okay? Because I came here and I put in work for y'all. And I really want to make sure that the replay gang gets this first thing in the morning. For me. Yeah, I said it. I said it with my whole fucking chest. I said it. Ain't nobody up right now talking about this shit, bringing you the good, except me. But if there is somebody else out there, props to you too. It's a big internet, so there could be, but here I am nonetheless, and I deserve as well. So share it. I don't care. There, you just heard a whole list of fucking platforms where you could share it to. And I would just love it if we could hit the majority of those for Drake. Okay? You got Cora? Figure out a way to put that shit in there. You got fucking Pinterest to figure it out. You know? I mean, goddamn. Thirsty ass little biscuit head wants to know where everybody talking about him. Off the rails. Like pathological. I appreciate that very much. Me, we. Google Plus, nigga. This nigga make my stomach legit hurt. Denny Dominus, Biscuit Head will always be funny. It will always be funny. Goodreads, yeah, fuck it. Y'all are my kind of people. You get it. Well, right now they're not giving him shit. And they're telling the judge, oh, definitely LinkedIn. LinkedIn dry as fuck. LinkedIn definitely need this. They definitely need this. Wiki cheeks. I literally forgot what the fuck I was saying. I can't remember what the fuck I was saying. Hey, beautiful. Gang, gang. If you know, you know. I love this. I'm gonna love rewatching this. I really, really am. Oh, this is true. These motherfuckers are bringing their friends over now. Fuck. Gang, gang, you popping it. Feet pics, whatever. Gang, gang. Get that bag. You got more integrity than Drake's bitch ass. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. It's all good. I would still be awake. I would just be, you know, curled up somewhere with a cat. Which is pretty much what he's waiting for. He's like, bitch, if you don't come on. Hey, travel safe. Oh, he's fine. Yes, that is exactly right. That is exactly right. Entitled little ass. First of all, every time I move, this nigga thinks he's getting food. So. Yeah, Gen X Gemini, take your ass to sleep. Shit. You have no way. It's already on Reddit. I appreciate that right there. That's fantastic. Yeah, so any questions? That's usually the last thing before we go. I know, how could we forget Reddit? I don't know if Reddit was on his list. You know, it would be hilarious. No, I'm not going to go back and check right now. I got my heating pad, okay? It would be hilarious if everything but Reddit is on Drake's list. That would be fucking hilarious. Just a little fat butt. Hey. Did you say TikTok? Red Note? And I was like, good God. The strategy is feel better, blame other people. Feel better, blame other people. Try and tear down someone else. And he is very clearly not trying to tear down UMG. I disagree. First of all, feel better isn't a fixed state. It's not static. Feel better, blame somebody else. Tear down somebody else. Pinpoint your target. And his target is not UMG. I don't give a fuck what he says. That's a lie. So we don't know. UMG is not trying to get in or out of discovery. This is Drake's discovery request to UMG. We're seeing it because UMG is the one who put it on the docket attached to another document. But UMG is like, we don't really think we should share shit right now, actually. And this is overbroad and puts a burden on us to gather all this shit together when this motherfucker doesn't have evidence of a fucking thing. I'm paraphrasing. Where did he find the lawyers? New York. I said that from jump. When he filed that lawsuit, I said, this changes everything to that degree. Oh, okay. Oh, no, bet. No, stay right here. We'll be right back. No. Stay right here. Say what you was going to say. We'll be right the fuck back. You want to get in the ring? All right. We going to go get our gloves. And then it's on. As soon as ding bell, motherfucker, it's on. We're going to knock you the fuck out. But we going to play with you. You know, we going to play with you. MTA Cameron, there are shitty lawyers everywhere. If being a lawyer required you to be super fucking intelligent, there wouldn't be so many of them. We've seen some biscuit dumbass motherfucking lawyers on this channel. Wow. These lawyers are putting forward their best foot forward for their client to represent what he feels happened to him. This is laughable. Laughable. Again, if you had to be super fucking smart, there wouldn't be so many. No, he's not. Not necessarily. He's trying to get the most favorable cash dollar amount on his contract possible. He's not going to get it because he's not worth it. It's an arbitrary number that he's made up in his mind and that has been gassed up by OVO idiots. He's never going to get that money. That's why he decided to enter into this battle. By hook or crook, he needs hundreds of millions of dollars in cash. And if he got this to a jury, and he convinced a jury that this was defamation of character, and he said to the jury, I want $1 for every time this song and video have been viewed or played. Who can answer how many dollars Drake would get from that? $1 for every time the video has been seen or the song has been heard. How much money would be owed to Drake? $6 billion. And they can justify it being $6 billion because UMG are the ones that said in their document the video and the song have been viewed or heard nearly 6 billion times. He could say 35 cents. It's still a ridiculous amount of money. I want 35 cents. So, for all of the people who are gonna, if it's dismissed, don't come jumping up in this channel. I told you so. It's a 50-50 possibility that you are going to say something that falls in accordance with the outcome. That doesn't mean you're right. None of us are psychic. We don't know. Sometimes very shocking things happen in cases that we feel are utterly ridiculous. And that's just that on that. We don't have to like it. We don't have to agree with it. We can want to see one outcome or the other, but we don't know. And it is also important for people to understand that judges just don't arbitrarily, on their own volition, dismiss a case. Because I've been getting a lot of people asking, why hasn't the judge thrown out this case? It's ridiculous. That's not how it works. It's not up to the judge's discretion based on what they do or don't know about what happened last year, if it's not on the court record for their consideration. Their own knowledge of events is largely irrelevant. It has to be brought forth to them. So, once a lawsuit is filed, it goes on a legal track. There are plenty of opportunities along the way for a case to go away, for a case to get lost, and there are plenty of opportunities for the exact opposite to happen. But just, oh, well, any judge who sees this is going to throw it out. That's not how it works. You also should not assume that there are federal court judges sitting around obsessing with every single moment, inflection, and drop of the beef like we all were. These are federal court judges. They're busy. Assume they don't know anything. It has to be put on a court record before them for them to make determinations as a matter of law, not as a matter of fact. Fact is for a jury. That's why UMG is trying to get rid of this case as a matter of law. Because that's the judge. A matter of fact, jury. So the facts that you think you know, jury. Matter of law, is this defamation per se? Is this payola? Is this, as a matter of law, harassment in the second degree? If as matters of law, the answers are no, case gone. If it's muddy, gray, uncertain, etc., trial, baby. Trial. Could he also withdraw it? Sure, he could. Do we think that's going to happen? No, we don't. Right? We don't think that's going to happen. No, that's protected. Bless your heart. You're never going to get that. No cameras in federal court. No camera, no recording, no audio, nothing. In some instances, but it rare. Okay, rare. I'm thinking about the grad student or graduate, Columbia graduate who was detained. The court allowed a call in. The court allowed a call-in listen session. You still can't record it. Even if you're sitting at home listening to the hearing, you're still not allowed to record it. That's not going to happen in this case. It's not going to happen in Diddy, and it's not going to happen in this. Federal courts are extremely strict about that, more so than the fucking Supreme Court, just about. So that's not going to happen. But in filing their motion to dismiss, they're asking for a hearing or arguments in person in court in New York in front of the judge to argue why it should be dismissed, to argue why it should not be dismissed. So we're just going to have to see what happens at each stage. But the fact that this came onto the docket tonight, I was kind of surprised. I was genuinely kind of surprised. But I feel like there was some kind of communication today or something between lawyers. Like I said, I think there's a whole lot of what the fuck and da-da-da-da-da. I don't think, especially when you see them, such and such does not agree and da-da-da, no. It's like, yeah. When they're behind closed doors, they're cussing each other out. So I think there's some contention between the parties, and there should be. So rhetorical question, who the fuck is they, where, and when? The absurdity of the internet never ceases to amaze me. That's the source. They. They say. Yeah, I know they say. Those OVO biscuit head hoes say anything. That is absurd and silly. Well, y'all, I think we covered it all. It's late. Folks got to get on about their evening. Get ready for their day tomorrow. Mm-hmm. If this doesn't get dismissed, we are going to come together and put together our dream list of Drake discovery. Yeah, because fuck him. Share this. Hit the like on your way out if you haven't, and I'll see you soon. Sleep well. Be safe. Peace.